Hello people, Remy here. Today we're gonna talk about FCS3 because there's been some events these last few weeks that made me change plans for some of the things I plan to organize. So we're gonna go through a bit of presentation. FCS is a French Ghost Stamina tournament that I organized since 2.5 years that was inspired directly by ECS, East Coast Stamina tournament run by Ian in the United States. There's been 3 editions, 1 and 2 and 2.5, and it is one of Europe's only pure stamina tournament. So it's really an installment in the European tournament scene, and I plan on continuing that with FCS3. A bit of presentation about FCS3. What is FCS3? FCS3, the very base is like a content pack, sim file that consists in 16 mixtapes that last 20 minutes each, that were stepped during 55 step-in sessions over 15 weeks plus 2 weeks of break, because you need those sometimes. So I really had to put full commitment into that, and I failed some of my duties as a responsible adult during this period. This is 15k measures long, 200,000 steps, which is a lot for only experts charts, and it's enough music to completely fill 4 CDs. I actually filled 5 CDs with the beta and the things that I do not plan on releasing. It features 10 plus different stamina step artists, introducing some genres that were never stepped either in stamina or in long mixtape format. It's most likely everyone. It's like so hard for everyone in France, because half of it I cannot even pass it. So it's like really tough content. This represents very long studio hours that I spent making mixtapes, so that was really interesting for me, because I learned a lot of new genres and to mix new genres, and it's most likely my best project to date, music wise and stepping wise. So I hope you enjoy that to its fullest. And it's something that I'm likely never doing again, because this took so long that next time I do that, I would probably collab everything, because the amount of work required to do that was totally retarded. So I don't want to do this solo anymore. So 1 and 2, FCS 1 and 2 were online tournaments. FCS 2 had exclusive content, like 10-minute mixtapes with steps by a lot of different people and by me also. FCS 2.5 was offline and was organized last summer in the same format as a regular ECS tournament. And FCS 3 was also supposed to be online, but something happened. Ian told me he was planning on releasing ECS 7 qualifiers the day ECS 6.5 ends. And this was the exact day I decided I wanted to do French Ghost Stamina 3. So I was really worried, because they are both online tournaments, so this was really not the good timing. Also, I noticed that people are getting tired of very long online events. CCFA lost a lot of speed in the very last weeks, because it's just how it is. People are not motivated for 4 months is doing a tournament. Let's get real. Also, the French and European community don't really have a lot of events to gather around and to see each other. So I think we gotta organize more events, offline and online events. They just don't do that, because you cannot pretend you're playing with everybody else if you're actually playing on your own. So what should I do? It was really a tough decision, but I had very diverse options. First option was to do it anyway, and I would have conflicted with ECS because of these are not the same charts. These are different scoring system and different tournaments, and a lot less players will play the content I put hours and hours into, because people are likely to play ECS because I'm the lesser known tournament. Option 2 was to release all the content as a lone pack and cancel the actual tournaments, but still wouldn't help building community, and I would regret a lot of the time I spent conceptualizing and thinking about the tournament system. Last option was to delay that, and I don't feel that is right too, because we still don't have enough meetings for the community. This content is going to be superseded by some content that will probably be out soon, made by well-established step artists, so I prefer not to delay that. Last option was calling for help, and when I call for help, I'll usually ask my buddy Ian, what should I do? And Ian answered that we could maybe collaborate, and I ended up doing exactly that, because I will organize the equivalent of East Coast Stamina Europe, which will be most likely Europe Coast Stamina, but that's gonna be FCS3. So I gave everything I worked on the last 6 months to Ian. Everything I had is in his hands. So FCS3 is now an offline tournament with a proper event. Let that sink in. FCS3 is now offline. It's not online anymore. The qualifiers for FCS3 are now the ECS7 qualifiers. So when you play ECS7 qualifiers, you qualify for FCS3. The tournament is most likely going to happen at the end of summer, before FTFA 3, after Eurocup 2018. It means that to play the content I've been working on for the last 6 months, you'll have to download ECS7 qualifiers. Why did I choose this option? Why did I accept collaboration? I think it's good because finally Europe and America can play in the same tournament. They don't have both their own qualifiers. Also, another offline event cannot be bad. By my experience organizing tournaments, it will make more people play my stuff. It will avoid me organizing another endless online tournament, because it's been proved in the past that I cannot keep up with that because of my own projects and life, etc. And we finally fixed the numbers, because the round numbers were for FCS offline events, and FCS round numbers were online events, and that was a bit of a conflict between both tournaments. So now the numbers are fixed up. Everything round is offline. Everything like .5 is online. I maybe messed that up, but you get it. Now, how did I do that? How do I do the whole thing? We select top 16 players from ECS7 qualifiers who are either European, top 4, or French, top 12. And plus 2 wildcards that I can invite from the US, or people that did not play the tournament, the qualifiers, but that still wanted in the tournament anyway. If there's not enough French players to fill the 12 spots, I'm gonna select more European players. And if there's not enough players, well, that's sad, we're not going to be as many. Location is still to be determined, possibly not in France, because the spots are Celine's house, but only one machine, Bubble Cafe, but only one machine, Netherlands, but only one machine, yet. So we can supplement each of these places, except Celine's, with TDR machines. So we'll see where it goes, but as this announcement was made to me last week, or maybe 2 weeks before, I didn't have time to plan all that. It would be the classic format, the classic 3-day format with classic raw output and marathon. We'll have 2 difficulties for marathon this edition. The qualifiers starts now, because ECS is now released as of the posting time of this video, and the qualifiers end on July 31st. That means that you're still allowed, from August 1st, you're still allowed to enter scores for ECS7 qualifiers, but they will not count towards FCS3. I think that's important. FCS3 offline event will probably use the same rule sets as ECS7, but as it is a Tetris themed tournament, maybe there's going to be extra twists to the actual format. So, acknowledgements. Music is going to be online on YouTube pretty soon. Can range from 2 weeks to 2 months, depending on how much work I put into that, how much free time I have. But everything should be up pretty soon. Credits to Jim, Chino, Tyler, Sam, Nav, Anthony, Alex, and Ash, aka Fraxel, for the charts I savagely copy-pasted into it. Also, special thanks go to Arvin. Helped me troubleshoot like feedback sessions over some files, some hard stuff. Stripe, Rust, Storytime, and Snowball for stepping actual new content for the pack. So these guys actually put steps in there that were not here before. So more original content, and the last 3 of those will have some stepping related news pretty soon. Love and respect to Ian. Without him, nothing would be the same, because he's the one who made FCS a thing. So many thanks to him, many thanks to Alchemy Peasant and Stripe, my French boys, for their general feedbacks and support, because let's face it, a year and a half ago, I wasn't feeling it at all. I was really feeling unconfident, and these guys just gave me the power and motivation to go further and to actually finish and go through the whole thing. And also for their amazing support and work to the FCS installment franchise over the last 2 or 3 years. So that's it. Now you only have to download ECS7 to get FCS3 and play the fuck out of it. Get out there, beat the tournament, qualify, enjoy the new content, and see you pretty soon.